Hello and thank you for tuning in. I'm here today to talk to you on how to install TSGL on your Linux system. What you're going to want to do is open up a web browser and go to this web page right here. It's the calvin-cs/tsgl repository. This is where you're going to download the zip file right here, which contains all the source code needed to install which contains all the TSGL source code. So save file. Alright, and it looks like it downloaded. So what you're going to do now is, once you download the zip file from the repository, you're going to open up a terminal and you're going to cd into downloads, and there's our zip file with all the source code. Unzip it. Alright, we unzipped it now. It's right there, so cd into the folder that was unzipped. ls. Alright, now you notice there's a readme, so we're going to do get it readme linux.txt. Alright. So here are the instructions for installing TSGL. We're going to go through the pre-install first, so follow along. What we need to do first is we need to download the free type library. We can do that simply by going to going to this website right here. So let's copy that, open up a new tab, and stick it in the web browser. Okay, we're going to download it from this link right here. Download the latest version, freetype 2.6.tar.bz2. Okay, give it a moment while it downloads. Well, it's going to start. Okay, we'll hit save file. Alright, now let's open up a file explorer and go into downloads, and we're going to extract. So right click on the free type file that we just downloaded, right click and say extract here. Alright, close that up, reopen the terminal, and well, one second though, let's open up a new one. Alright, cd into downloads. Alright, now you notice there's a free type folder right there. Let's go back to our readme. Okay, we already finished step 2, which is where we cd into our downloads folder and we extracted all the files. Now let's cd into the free type folder and let's type /configure. Alright, now let's type make. Alright, now let's type sudo -s, enter your password. Alright, now let's type make install. And now let's type exit to get out of sudo permissions. Alright, now essentially what we just did was we compiled the free type library from source. TSGL needs 4 libraries in order to operate efficiently on Linux. It needs free type, GLEW, GLFW, and GL. It needs also STB on all platforms, but it comes bundled with the TSGL source code, so we don't need to worry about that. So right now we checked off one library, that's free type. So we're done with the pre-install steps. Now let's do the install steps. So cd .. ls, we're going to cd into the master folder, TSGL master, ls. You'll notice there's an install Linux script, so let's run that. Alright. Now what it's doing is it's getting dependencies needed. To name a few, it will need get, doxygen, as well as glfw, glew, as well as their dependency packages. So wait a moment while it installs everything. If you already had some packages, they'll be updated if needed. So right now it's doing that. Also, the next thing it's going to install is G++, and if you have G++ already installed, it's going to remove that, but it's going to update that to G++ 5.0. So right now what it's doing is it's just setting up everything needed, and what it's going to do now, after it's done setting up everything that's needed, it's gonna remove what G++ version you have. It's going to install G++ 5, and it's going to make a symlink to G++, so that way you can use G++ 5.0. 5.1, my mistake. So, yep, it's doing all of that. Alright, now it's setting them up. Alright, now it's getting G++. It's removing the one that I have on the system. It's updating apt-get to find the newest version. And now it's installing G++ 5.1. And once it's done installing, it will make a symlink to G++, so that way you can just type G++ and it'll use the most recent version, the newest version. Okay, now it's getting the glfw library, and it's making it. And now it's going to install. Good. And now it's making the TSGL library. Okay, it's almost done. Okay, and it's done building the library. Now it's generating Doxygen, and it installed. There we go. Now we're pretty much all set. TSGL is installed and built. What you can do now is you can do the run test bash script. You can do /run tests, and there we go. Window came up with a drawing. So pretty much TSGL is installed. You can run through the test if you want. Just hit the escape key to get out of them. Get out of a test. You can also read up on the test individually, looking at the readme test.txt file that's located in the TSGL root folder, TSGL master root folder, and that pretty much concludes this tutorial.